mate.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was on.
Yeah.
Was it in yet? Ahoy, hoy, he's Straw.
He's Parker.
Together we are the Battle Hammer. Welcome to
The
fortnightly...
monthly mumble point 11.5.
11.5.
We thought we'd sneak in an extra couple of inches for you.
Diggity goo.
Because someone said...
Wayne Wilkinson said, like...
Can you not stop
can you
asking me questions and talk shit?
Yeah.
We only took the whole question thing on because everyone kept asking us questions.
Yeah.
But now we
turned
know
into
you
a whole
want us to talk shit. We will talk shit.
Well,
We've got beer.
not necessarily shit, but we'll talk.
We've got beer. We've got all afternoon. You're all fucked.
About whatever pops into our tiny
Tiny minds, which will probably be poop. So, what should we talk about then? Let's talk about the state of the gaming industry, shall we?
Let's.
What are things that we are playing, that we're enjoying? Where are we with other games? We still haven't played Necromunda. We still haven't played 40k properly.
No.
So these are games we want to play. Now, you know how much we love Guild Ball.
We do.
If you've seen the last game, there was a very big rant by me at the end.
I think rant is the wrong word. I think it was a
It was me voicing my
explanation
opinions
of things, but it wasn't so much about the game. It was more about
my personal
feelings about the environment and such that happens to involve that game.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that Guild Ball is a bad game. No. I am not saying that at all. It's still a really, really good game. If you're not playing it by now, get out of that hobbit hole and go play.
Really, really good game.
Good game, and the people are really, really good.
Yeah,
and the whole
community's great.
The scene is nice, but you're just
not feeling the competitive edge of it.
No, I think I'm done with it. I'm still going to play it in the cave with people that want to come visit and play. I will still do that.
You're not feeling the competitive.
No, I don't do.
Vibe.
I don't like competitive games that are like uber competitive.
Which is actually a thing. I think. I mean, immediately going on a tangent within the first kind of minute of conversation. But I think since the Battle Hammer began, even in that short amount of time, our opinions on games, our preferences towards games has changed, I feel. If not changed, then maybe become more pronounced. Because we've always been more of a story vibe.
We have always been. It is a big thing for us.
Role-playing's kind of our first love, if you like.
Yeah, we do like to... If we're playing a game, I want to be able to tell a story as I'm playing it, you know. Oh, did you see, because you just fucked that roll up, and obviously he's trying to smash through the window and fucked it up. Yeah, I like that whole storytelling element to what we do.
But also, strangely, I found myself enjoying board games a lot more. The ability to pull out a game, play it on a board, without having to measure stuff, or write a list, or anything like that. And you know, even if no disrespect to any miniature games company, whoever you are,
except for you.
But generally speaking, board games are they tend to have a tighter rule set.
Yes.
You know, it tends to be like this happens, that turn happens, this turn happens. Then there's like a maintenance phase or whatever you want to call it. And
clean-up phase.
And then there's like a cheat sheet on the back of the rule book. And I think that generally speaking, in miniatures games, they're a little bit more, not fluffy, but a little bit more like open to interpretation. There's the whole rules as written, rules as intended conversation, which you get in miniatures games that you don't get in board games somehow. Yeah. And I like that. Just whap it out, play it, put it away, done.
You know, because we do okay for that, because we've got the zombie side stuff, you know, we've got Blood Rage, others, Rising Sun, Imperial Assault, Rebellion, you know, Armada. They're all kind of board games. Well, Armada isn't technically, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got a board game feel. You
know, and it's just, every now and again we like to just go, fuck this, I can't be asked to think of something. Just sling a board down and crack on with it. And that's why I'm quite looking forward to the next Patreon video we do, because we're doing Green Horde. You know, we haven't even opened that yet. It's just we're gagging to get into that one, gagging to put it in some green dead things.
There's a trebuchet.
There is, and when the see this is another thing that winds me up about games as well, though. Then you know our love for cool mini stuff. We love it because you just get so much stuff with it. But the whole fact of, you know, they're now about to release the Kickstarter for this new space thing. That's looking better by the minute, I hasten to add.
Really?
The figures are looking pretty good. I'm not too sure about the robot thing, though.
The renders look nice. I mean, they're very detailed.
The renders
if they come out
awesome.
half as good as their renders are, then they'll be
And I've
nice.
seen like the board sections, very, very sexy. But you're about to release that, but we
They
still haven't finished.
fulfilled the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that's a little bit of a cheeky way of doing it, because we don't get the rest of our Zombicide stuff till, what is it, June?
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot there was. I thought when we got the box that was it, but no, there's the whole Kickstarter stuff,
No, yeah.
exclusive stuff,
Yes,
and
they
I think
do.
there's an extra board section where you keep the horde and stuff like that, which I'd completely forgotten about. That's the problem. We've got so many games on Kickstarter. I
So-
don't remember them.
Speaking of Kickstarter, and as earlier on you mentioned about the state of the gaming kind of thing, how do you feel about a lot like Kickstarter exclusives?
Ooh, now that's an interesting subject, that is, isn't it?
Because I mean,
We're not rich.
no,
We can't afford to buy every game or every figure that we want, because you buggers out there don't pay us enough yet, so crack on with
you
that.
can pop out in the top corner and donate, should you so desire. Segue to help
Hey!
us, Segu, to help us grow the channel and do more things and keep the lights on,
Keep the lights on, yeah.
smoke more crack.
Woohoo! So how do I feel about Kickstarter exclusives? Well, fortunately, most of the games that we see that we want to play on Kickstarter, most of the time we get the exclusives anyway. What I have an issue with is the Kickstarter add-ons that they
Right.
don't tell you about. They say, right, here's $80 all in, and you're like, brilliant. So you put your $80 in, and you're like, yay, ooh, ooh, and then they go, oh, and
A week later,
just see, you could buy this add-on. Hold on, that's a whole new faction. Yeah. What? Oh, but if you want to, you could buy this add-on. That's a whole new faction. Oh, didn't we tell you that one?
yeah,
Nah, I'd rather know ahead. Right, so I could buy the basic set, which is just throwing a number out there, $80. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll have that. But I'd also like to know, right, well, if you want this faction, this faction, this faction, this faction, these rules, that thing, that bit of scenery, that's all coming in on your add-ons.
so then, but you could then get a whole, deluxe package which gives you it all for $300 or whatever. But if you know at the start, then you can budget
Yeah.
and plan ahead.
That
and
was
work out
that
what
was the
you're gonna
problem with Zombicide Green Horde that annoyed
Yeah.
me. That's why I binned out of it to start with, because we bought the basic set,
do. And that was all they said about.
yeah, and then
And
all of a
suddenly-
sudden, because we are so strapped for cash, we were like, right, we can just afford to buy this because it's Zombicide and we love it, so we'll do that. And then they're like, well, yeah, great, but there's like another 2 or 3 extra box sets for that on its own.
Oh, really? Like Wolfsburg style.
Yeah,
size.
one of them is like a whole bunch of villagers and stuff and special characters. I'm like, why didn't you tell us about that?
Yeah, you'd rather know about it ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have afforded it anyway, but it'd have been nice to have known about it.
Yeah.
And the only reason we got it then is because we dumped out of it, and then our amazing American friend, Mr. Kev Spellword, Kev,
Ahoy,
ahoy, ahoy,
You're a legend in your own lunchtime.
slipped some, and we managed to get a copy, but
The
I'd
only-
rather know about everything.
See, and it's interesting that you say that because I find it more. That is genuinely frustrating. I find it more frustrating when the entire game is Kickstarter exclusive, or the entire whatever they're going to release. So then you go.
Please don't tell me you're talking about hate,
Hey, I know they've said they've done it for a very specific reason.
because it's
'Cause
nasty.
it's a nasty 18.
I'm going to
plus
catch
game.
it. I'm going to catch all your people and eat them.
But generally speak, like the new Batman Monolith game, which I really like the look of, because it's like the Conan game but Batman, and I'm like, oh.
Haven't they done there was Harry Potter as well?
I
they
don't
now
know if that's a
saying
Kickstarter or a pre-order. I'm not sure.
If you pre-order it now, you're not going to get it till after like the value of the cards or something has dropped off.
Oh, someone was saying that
If you buy it,
if you buy it, they're not going to produce it until after your money is refunded. Or something
or
like
refundable,
that.
yeah.
Refundable. I don't know how that works, so I don't know.
But you can only play the characters in the film. I mean, fuck
Yeah,
off.
I
That's
want to
be
create my
boring.
own dudes. I want to Barry Trotter. You know,
Smelly blotter.
Smelly Blotter.
See,
yeah.
again, this
But
is-
I do get annoyed because, like in the new Batman game, I really want the new Batman game. I can't afford it right now. well, then you're never going to own it. Well, hang on a minute, that's not nice. That frustrates me as a gamer.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I get...
I mean, because we're not beasts of war or anything like that get sent everything, you know.
Hello. If you've got stuff you want to send us, send it to us.
If you want people to take the piss out of your games, have fun playing them, then that's what we do.
Badly.
Badly.
No, but
Very badly.
I can see from a business point of view why they do it. Thanks.
It's been a long day.
But it does frustrate me. I wonder if we are not necessarily getting to the end, but kind of... I wonder if the Kickstarter bubble is going to pop at some point.
Well, look at all that Zombicide stuff at the moment. No.
No,
it's a great way to fund your games, but where do you stop? What is the limit?
When do you stop? When do you become a company that doesn't need to kickstart anymore? In theory.
Well, in theory, Cool Mini should never ever be kickstarting a game ever again.
Nick's had this Trudvang.
Oh, game. The Norse roleplay.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Gorgeous looking game. It's been around in Scandinavia apparently for like 20 years. They kickstarted a translation of it, and that's what he's playing. And he's like, oh, it's really cool. And he got this big, I think it's 5 books in the slipcase, and it's really, really nice. Loads of stuff in it.
Beautiful.
Really high end.
But
there's no, like, oh, well, so I'm playing this role playing game. Oh, now we're going to release the world book for the Stormlands or whatever. And he's like, you have to kickstart it. It's like, well, no, when you release the fucking book. I went in on the Kickstarter so that I could make this happen. We've all made it happen.
So now why are you making us do Kickstarter for the background books that technically, in my view, should have been...
Out.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kickstarter has turned into a pre-order system. That's how it feels.
That is exactly how it feels sometimes, isn't
And
it?
I get it. From a business point of view, you know, you want to make a product. You don't want to make a product that you can't sell. But if you get the money first, then you can make the product. So it makes sense, logically. It's totally logical. But then how... it's hard.
Is it?
Well...
Woo! But yeah, it's... I don't know. Where do you draw the line? When do you stop? When do you stop buying games because you get freebies? You know, if we buy this version of Zombicide, we get this much extra stuff.
Yeah.
My question is like, okay, so you buy box A, and because it's on Kickstarter, you're gonna get, for example, box B, C, and D for free. Okay, right. So they're never going to release C, D, and E.
So then you never have. You never buy box A.
But then if you don't, well,
when you know, in a year's time, when the game is made, and like when you bought Conan, did you feel annoyed that you'd spent the same amount for the same game?
Oh, I spent a lot less.
Well, but then you're not getting all the Kickstarter stuff.
No,
and you then can't buy these other boxes because you're buying the box at the shop.
Yeah, they then did another Kickstarter for Conan. And it was the same Kickstarter, but they were just like, right, if you go back now and buy it, we've put in all of this extra stuff. And I'm like, that's a bit cheeky because I've already got the board game. You've already got the game. But if I now go into this Kickstarter, I get the game again and all the King Conan add-ons. I'm like, well, just sell the King Conan stuff then. Don't.
No, but it's not Kickstarter exclusive. And that's the thing. Like when they then release the game, like, you know, if I like whatever, Batman or whatever, and they go, right, haha, we've done it, and then the game's in the shop, and you go, go to the shop. Well, now I don't want to buy it because my mate bought it on Kickstarter.
And he's got all this extra stuff.
An extra full box of stuff for free, and I'm not going to get that.
So your mate, is he going to use any of the stuff from the extra boxes? This is another thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this is another thing, yeah. You end up spending money for stuff you're not going to use, not going to play.
I mean, we're okay because we got everything for others. We've got all the extra boxes. And yes, we are going to go and do each of the extra factions. Like Rise of Maloke, there was like 3, I think it was 2 or 3 extra expansions.
Yeah, there's another 2 or 3 factions to get.
What? Hold on, how the hell are normal people meant to keep up with this hobby?
There's another 3.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
There's the dragon.
Dragon.
There's the Embassy that he's already got. There's
Embassy.
another one which is Sherlock Holmes and stuff.
Oh, let's just.
And I think there's another one as well.
Where do you stop buying Kickstarters? Because
yeah, and it's that perceived value, isn't it? Like you think you're getting more, but are you really getting more?
well, you are, but are you? But it's stuff. Are you going to use it?
Mm. And yet you've got companies on the flip side of that. You've got companies like Fantasy Flight who don't do Kickstarter because I think they're owned by Asmodee, who are like one of the largest game companies in the world. Who are like Games Workshop in scale. Games Workshop as well. There's no Kickstarter. You don't even get a preview until like 2 weeks before it's out. Like just showing the Van Sar stuff that's coming soon, which looks really nice.
The look at that.
They look really good.
Can't
wait for the Delac to come out.
Did we see how much that one of the helmets looked like something from another game?
Oh, it does look kind of. It looks like Dark Eldar almost with the four eyes.
Four
on
eyes,
it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they look fucking
They look
awesome. But yeah, we haven't played ours yet.
Bring the fucking Delac. As soon as that come out, I'm all over it. I'm fucking on. We're playing it. Fucking.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Ratskins.
Oh,
fuck my life.
Do you reckon they'll redo it?
I hope
They're not
so.
the major six, are they?
But they've really, Forge World do all the fucking weird pets, don't they?
Oh yeah,
if you
they
don't
might do them through Forge World. Yeah.
They'd be fucking stupid not to.
But it's funny how you can have a company like Cool Mini or not that is massive, no denying it. It's a huge, massive, global company who are almost solely reliant on Kickstarters. I don't want to diss any games because that's rude, but I have heard a lot of issues with Dark Age, with their people. I see a lot of Facebook. I follow the Dark Age page because I'm interested in the game, even though we haven't even played it yet, have we?
We had a rough play once. Our mate Brian Edwards popped over and showed us how to play it, and then we got a load of stuff.
And then we just haven't got around to playing it yet. Not intentionally, we just haven't got around to playing it. But I know
Desert Boys.
I know a lot of people are having issues with getting stuff, and like, I'm missing an arm.
That was the whole thing with
distribution.
Wrath of Kings, wasn't it?
Yeah, only distribution's been an issue. But Cool Mini are like this massive global corporation that are almost solely reliant on Kickstarter, and then you've got GW and Fantasy Flight who are
nothing, never bothered, did they?
You never see anything until it's like, and here's a preview and it's out. Which means
at least give us a little bit of a
3 years out in development. The GW stuff. Yeah, you've got whole companies, Cromlech, that rely purely on GW stuff, so they can do stuff like it.
Yeah.
It's weird. Chris was saying earlier on we're kind of coming to a stage where we're only going to have large companies.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
I wonder if it could be,
unless one of those large companies happens to be a large company that I like.
Well, obviously that's different.
Well, you've got to keep in with people, Poggy. Got to keep in with them. You've got to grease that pole.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll get to a stage where you'll have large companies that support smaller companies, almost like cooperatives. Like I could see someone like Bad Squiddo be a because she's almost like a cooperative in and of herself. Like she's,
Annie,
she has various...
Annie is a goddess.
Well, she is. But she has certain ranges and certain sculptors and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of feed into her, and then she feeds into other stuff.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we're going to see that, where with the advantage of the internet, that I know that people are trying to protect their own personal stuff, but I'd like to see. Although saying that, we've seen something similar from at SteamCon. We saw Steve was saying like they're going to have this. I can't remember what SG Ideas. I can't remember what it was called. Where you'd have people would like create games and they'd produce them.
All right.
I wonder if we're going to see more stuff like that. Like, let's say you and I came up with a game. We'd own the game. We haven't got enough money to make the game.
Dude, we haven't got enough money to buy a bag of fucking crisps.
Right. We buy a bag of crisps. We want to sell that flavour of crisps a lot. Well, we can't. We don't have a crisp factory, so we go to Mr. Crispy and say, "Hey, can you make our crisps?" And they go, "You know what? They taste nice. We will make your crisps."
Well, you're fucking stupid then, because I wouldn't eat our crisps.
Well, no, only because they're basically skin shavings off of our taints.
I knew you were going to go there with that one.
Yeah.
I knew it. You're so predictable.
But I wonder if you'd have like a mum and pop, or like Osprey. There's a perfect example.
Yeah, there you go, Osprey. Yeah.
You know, you've got Burrows and Badgers. You've got
Gaslands.
Yeehaw! You know, in the
Burrows and Badgers, the new rule book should be available at Salute.
Yes, go and check them out.
We'll be there screaming at them, going, "Give me my book, bastards, and sign it."
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the hell of it. Yes, that's another thing. Hopefully, we can now get to it, can't we? We can now get to Salute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woot, woot.
Tickets have been bought. Whoop! What am I after? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going with the intention of taking no money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm going with no money, so if it is anything I want, I'll just buy it on card.
I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff for a game I won't play.
Oh, I was really looking forward to playing that as well.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're shit. We're just like... We're like butterflies. Oh, I want to buy that. Shiny. Want to buy that. Shiny.
So speaking of a game we haven't played yet, and I'm not talking about the game specifically, but in a general sense.
This is Bum Your Mother
bring it
again.
up.
We played that once.
So I was thinking, after talking about Burrows and Badgers and other games that are kind of, for want of a better word, retro.
Yeah.
So,
and that's not meant in a derogatory term at all, because
not.
Burrows and Badgers, if that had been released like early 90s,
oh mate,
boom.
And like the cast, it's funny how the casting and the sculpts of that game are awesome, but because they're done in green stuff and like traditional sculpting methods, I think people assume that all of the new games are going to be on, you know, computer designs.
It's old school.
But actually, we really like those kind of old school
fucking
sculpts.
Love it.
And I wonder
can't believe I missed the fucking Kickstarter because it only went for a week. What the hell, guys?
Well, they'll be out, won't they? Because they're not Kickstarter exclusives. They're just doing it as a little thing.
Because of Rogues and...
I don't know.
Yeah. Got to play the game again.
But I wonder if we are getting now to this like retro thing. I mean, you look at even in pop culture, you look at Ready Player One that's coming out. You look at Stranger Things and stuff like that.
It's all retro.
It's all kind of harkens back to 20, 30 years ago. Back when the world was young. I even saw a game, I think it's called Orc Quest, and it looks like Hero Quest, but it's orcs. So it's exactly the same board cover as Hero Quest with the barbarian, but he's an orc.
No.
And all the orcs, all the baddies are good guys, all the goodies are bad guys.
Oh, God.
Like, how cool is that, right?
Oh, yeah. But we always take stories like that and just twist them around, don't we?
Yeah.
It's what we do.
But I wonder if... Will that bubble burst, or is that a thing that is now... Is it just us getting old and we like old stuff?
Well, I know that, you know, we've been going, what, about 4 years now?
Oh, God, Christ.
Really? Yeah, we're about 3.5, 4 years old, I think. I know Wes probably going, no, you haven't been doing it that long. It feels like
it doesn't feel... Maybe 3,
but,
maybe 2, maybe 1, maybe 10 minutes.
You know, even
this is our first video.
God, that's 6 hour effort, that fucking first one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the way that, you know, every time we do have a natter, we do say golden gauge of gaming, and it is. Is it going to stop suddenly? I don't think so, because you've now got companies like War Cradle that have taken over Wild West Exodus.
Yeah. And the Dystopian Legions and
Dystopian Legions
Armoured Clash, Dystopian
Armoured
Wars,
Clash and all of Dystopian Wars and all that.
The whole Dystopian Age,
and
Spartan games.
You know, you've got TSC Combat that have got Relics.
Yeah.
And other games. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes. You know, because Stuart, bless him, Stuart and the guys at War Cradle have done a fantastic job with this. They've taken this whole game on, they've changed the game, they've changed a few bits of the background, and it's now like awesome, beautiful. And another thing, you got a question, you just Twitter it.
Oh,
Stuart, you're a fucking legend, mate.
Always on the Facebook, which I really like.
Within minutes, he's like, "Bosh, there's your answer."
Yep.
I just asked what I was having for tea tonight. Thank you, Stuart. Jack and potatoes, apparently. And it's just constant.
I like a nice jack.
I do like a nice jack potato,
Plenty of
especially
butter.
if the outside's crispy,
Oh.
so I can scoop all the shit out and then just eat the crispy bits and then get to the goo.
Plenty of butter.
I like peeling off the scabby bits before I get to the goo.
Of course you do. Just like my tang.
But you know, there are so many games at the moment that we try to play and we can't give enough playtime to. But things like Wexodus, we love. Guild Ball, we love.
Love it.
You know, and Twisted, I'm sorry, that's fast creeping up my little list of things. It's awesome.
It has been a lot of fun. 'Cause
You know-
it's so very story based. It's purely story almost.
If you haven't played it, please check out Twisted by Demented Games.
Yeah.
The guys are great. They're two Australian chaps. All right, Struth. And
G'day.
G'day. And you know they've got a dream, and if we can help them just get more people playing that game, because it is really good.
Yeah, and I wonder if
Especially when all the other stuff drops. You Egyptians.
Yeah.
You know the girl with the whip? That whole whip's
Yes.
been done in metal. I'm like, no. Yep. Love it.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking
it's-
love that.
the only issue I have at the moment, and I don't mean this in a whatever, because of this golden age of gaming, sometimes it's hard to find stuff because there are so many games.
It's fine. It's
And you
looking for the diamond in the rough, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because there's so much there. There's a lot of coal.
Yeah, there's
lot of coal.
that's just kind of there in the way, and you go, is that any good? I don't know. And you might hear people talk about a game, and yes, sometimes these things do become viral almost, but it is tricky to find, because you've only got so much time and so much money to spend on these games, to invest in these games.
It's interesting because if you look at our ratings recently, you know, the big videos for us, you know, are still like the role-playing one and stuff like that. Gaslands.
Don't watch the next one, it's terrifying.
Oh, I haven't even done that one yet.
Good.
The
Don't do
latest, our latest Gaslands one is like on over 450 views already.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And Jane's like, you shouldn't be wasting your time doing stuff like this, general chatting. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Covered ourselves there, mate. You know, and
Cover
just
some G's.
covered it and just concentrate on what people want to see. Well, that's all very well and good, isn't it? It's great, you know, if we can do that. But what about the games we want to play?
Yeah, otherwise what's the point?
Oh,
What's the
we
point in
want
doing
to
it?
play games.
It's like Ricky Gervais said. Ricky Gervais was in an interview on the radio at some point. I know, but someone phoned up and said, "How do I become famous?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know, kill a prostitute." And everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And he was just like, "No, he didn't ask me how to become popular. He asked me how to become famous. If you kill a prostitute, you will become famous."
Yeah, well, no,
And it's like it's the
no,
same sort of thing.
no, you
like-
need to kill more than one.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you know, my point being, if you want to become famous, do those things that make you famous. If you want a YouTube channel that you're happy being a part of, and you get to play the games you want, and you're having a really enjoyable time with your life, then
The thing is,
do those things.
we don't want to be uber famous or anything like that. We just
no,
want,
we're never going to be.
We
'Cause
just
we're
just
mostly
want.
shit.
No, I think you're fine. I think you're fine. I think I'm fine.
We're
I just
only
think
partly shit.
we want to kind of do what we do to the best of our abilities, which normally means lots of alcohol
And
and
badness.
games. But we are truthful in what we say. If
Yeah.
we do not like a game, fuck me, we will tell you we do not like a game.
Well, maybe we'll just not play it. Is probably the easiest way to do that.
What's the fun in that? I like
Oh,
slating
that's the
people down.
You do. You're mean.
I am mean. But, you know, what's next for us? You know, we've got Dicini coming up.
We do.
We've got Vengeance coming up.
Yes. We've got.
We've got. Oh, do you know that the Wild Hammer,
Salute.
the Battle Hammer, Wild Hammer
Yeah,
thing's
Hammer,
changed
Hammer.
now?
That's it. It's going to be different things, isn't it? It's going to be Guild Ball and other stuff, right?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. It's going to be other stuff.
What's this?
Oh, interesting.
That's a fish gill, so I've heard.
Well, when we hear more, we'll tell you more.
Yeah, but apparently But that's
A whole different kettle of
that's a
ball
whole
games.
different load of board games. Board games. But what are we? I mean, we're playing Wexodus, we're playing Guild Ball, we're playing Twisted. Those are our main threes. Gaslands. You know, I hate to say it, it keeps creeping in.
Zombie size.
Zombie side games we love. Rising Sun was really good
Rising
the other
Sun
week.
was really fun. Interesting on the if you go and check on the blog, Stick did a really interesting article about the comparison between that and Blood Rage, and I think his verdict was he prefers Blood Rage. I'm actually kind of veering towards Rising Sun, only for the drafting.
It depends on my mood. If I want to kill everybody, kill everybody, Blood Rage.
Yeah.
If I want to just sit back and be a little bit devious, then it's Rising Sun.
I'd really like to play Rising Sun with us two and Stick and Chris, because they're a player with two alliances going on.
See, what we could do is, because we're having a board gamey day on Good Friday, what we could do is, because Chris wants to do Evolution. What?
I didn't know we were. Are we?
Didn't I tell you?
No,
everyone else knows.
Okay, well,
it's a Friday. What the fuck are you going to do on a Friday?
I'm helping John on the Thursday. I was going to help him this Thursday, but he said, "Oh, it's not till that."
What are you doing?
I don't know yet.
You still don't know.
Lifting things.
You are going to be so sore. No, Good Friday. We're going to have a board game day.
Cool.
So it's be Chris, Stick, you, me, and just chilling out. So we'll do some Evolution, some Rising Sun 4-player. That should be quite good.
I'd be interested to see that.
Should be quite good. If I can, I'd like to film that one actually, because that'd be quite good.
You like to watch it go in.
I do. But you know, it's just, well, when do you stop buying games?
Never.
Ah! You know, I was sitting there the other day and I thought, I'm a little bit sad. I just want to spend a couple of quid just to buy something for me. Oopsie! Accidentally spent all my money on all of the order stuff, and that's without the sexy bikes, which they are different to the other bikes, aren't they?
To the other bikes,
and the great big roller thing, which I really like. Couldn't afford all of them.
And the new boxes that aren't out yet.
Or
may or may not be coming.
Already the core Corolla. I just basically blew my spending money for the next 2 months on. No pressure, Stu. Don't feel bad about that. Yes, run and get the beers.
No, I was thinking board games. Yeah. Been feeling for board games.
But I also I don't like card games. Shut up.
See, I
don't like card games. However,
You do
Arkham
like-
Horror.
Hello.
Oh. Well,
Arkham Horror is amazing.
I'll introduce you in a minute. Hold on.
Arkham Horror has been fucking awesome. But again, it's that weird thing where I really like it, but I kind of hate I like it in a way. Thank you, mate. Because there's potentially no end to it. It's just like, oh, new thing coming out, new thing coming out, new thing coming out.
Come here.
Which is, I think, going back to when we used to play role-playing games more, was when... Don't put his monkey on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's Artillery.
Live and direct.
Live and direct. This is the latest hound to come and live in the Battle Cave. And his name's Artie. He's from Romania. His name's Artie, but we're calling that Artie short for Artichoke or Artillery, and you've just licked my thumb. Oh, you're so tired. Look at your eyes. You are so tired, little man. Why haven't you gone to bed yet?
He's fluffy.
He's very fluffy, and his tail is just amazing. I mean, look.
Just send about his tail, not his genitalia.
Oh, his balls are never going to drop. Look, Huggy, they're black. Look, they're black.
I'm not. No.
Huggy, look at his black balls.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the Battlehammer's new little boy.
Covers you in slobber and bites.
He does
But
quite a
not in a
lot.
mean way.
Quite a lot. So
What
have we got coming up then? What are we gonna? Oh, ouch, you bastard! No.
Lots of games we need to play. What are you playing at the moment, people at home?
Yeah, what are you guys up to? What's your big games at the moment? What are you playing?
Here's a question for the people at home.
Come on, get down.
If you want to help the Battlehammer out, but you don't necessarily want to donate money to our Patreon page,
What the hell's wrong with you?
then what is the hell wrong with you? But if you're a dystopian wars player with the little boats, there is going to be a dystopian wars beta test. If you're keeping up with Wild West Exodus, you know they had a beta test, and
we're buggered because we've got nothing we can use for that in the beta test. We've got nothing.
So
we have nothing.
Used to play dystopian wars and aren't interested, send us your boats. If you are interested, get on it and see if you can spark up some stuff. Get us.
Good. Yeah, good.
Because I'm really interested to see. Because here's the thing I was going to talk about earlier on about how my tastes as a gamer have changed as I've got older. I've definitely noticed that.
Yes.
More
yes.
within the last few years.
I have. Yeah. Since we've been doing the Battle Hammer, I have noticed how my.
Because obviously you're more aware of it because we're filming shit and whatnot. But I would never.
I'd never.
20-year-old me would never have looked at Dystopian Wars. Probably even 30-year-old me would never have looked at Dystopian Wars. And now I'm like, oh, some little boats on a big 8x4. It's, you know, some 10mm scale armoured clash on a big 8x4. Little tiny men. Dun, 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 dun. Pew, pew.
Purely because we are instantly going story. You know, we've got. See, here you go. Here's a perfect example. You've got Star Wars Rebellion.
Oh,
Galaxy
so
Wide.
good.
So you can play that.
So good.
Then, you know, on a part of that board, you go, oh, this is. I'll tell you, this has got to be a Star Wars Armada game. So then you play that, and then something through that, you could then go down to Star Wars Legion.
Yeah, which should have been 10mm.
Should have been. Don't call a game Star Wars Legion
when you got 20 dudes
and make them normal size, because I want. Legion, I'm expecting 10mm. I was expecting walkers to be like this big.
Yeah.
That would be fucking amazeballs.
AT-ATs the size of rhinos. You can have like 10 AT-ATs. Dun 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 dun.
Oh.
And squadrons. Speeders go around.
You know, to do it similar to like Armada. You know, you could have your walkers as your main ships.
And your squadrons as your units of dudes or bikes or whatever.
That would be fucking jizz in your face or anyone's face. That would be amazing. And then from that, you could then go down to Imperial Assault.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, yeah.
I like the way you can take games and link them together.
To create an overarching... I mean, ideally, well not even ideally, but you could quite easily use the Star Wars Rebellion map, the board, as a map for a campaign. That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So much
Rebel
stuff.
scum.
Yeah. No, you're the rebels.
Yeah, I know.
The first catch of the day.
I'm also scum.
Oh, I've got to pack my stormtroopers. I'm done. What are you doing? Oh, you got new camo cloaks. I've done all my armour as well. I've done snow troopers. My extra snow troopers. I like the way we can't afford to buy any of that extra stuff. So if you're going to start watching about Hammer because you want to see us do Star Wars Legion in our own special style, because we will. Yes, that's the power of the Sith. I can make him sneeze. I was just tugging on his nasal hairs.
But also, I think...
But the fact is, all we are going to buy is the base set. We really cannot afford anything else. So shut up. All you're going to see is us with a couple of stormtroopers and a couple of... That's just literally 2 figures each just running around the table.
But also, I think I am concerned the way... I don't know how they're going to do it, because we haven't seen the full release yet.
And I've made a point of not watching anyone that's...
Yeah, because we don't know how they're going to release... How Fantasy Flight are going to release stuff for Legion. I'm concerned
it's going to be like...
Oh, you get this one
cards.
special card in the layer box that's 20 quid. Oh, you don't want to play layer, but you want the special card. You've got to buy the special card. I don't like that about Star Wars X-Wing, which is the reason that I've not got into it. One of the reasons, obviously. Cannibal and stuff, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny how even...
Shush.
He just wants some attention, that's all.
No, he wants his bed.
But I do think that it's funny how
It's gone downstairs. It's gone down to bite Frankie.
there's almost like a true value of whatever it is and a perceived value. So the true value is how much the thing costs to produce and how much you pay for it. But the perceived value is very different. So let's say a game has a free rulebook that you can download online, and all of the stat cards are downloadable online.
Great idea.
But each model costs £12.
So why can't you give me a fucking cardboard standee?
Let's just say that for example.
No, I want a cardboard standee. I don't want to spend £12 on a model.
Maybe there's a free standee, and each model costs £13, for example.
I'm not buying the models, I'm buying the standees. If it's a good enough game, I'm going to buy the models.
And then you've got a game that you have to buy the rules, you have to buy the stuff. you have to buy all the extra cards, but each model, which is part of that system, costs £10. And it all works out to be the same. Because these models are more expensive, these models are cheaper, but you're buying into a whole system and getting nicely produced cards and all this kind of stuff.
Now, is that a case of, am I actually, when I'm buying, when I'm handing over my hard-earned money to you, am I getting a model, or am I actually worried about I want the card and not the model?
Well, that's the thing. But it's also all perceived value, isn't it? If you think, oh wow, that's really good value because this is free and that's free and that's free, but the models are £13 if I choose to buy them. But you probably end up buying them because you're going to buy them anyway. Whereas in this
do we as gamers understand perceived value? I don't think we do.
I don't think we do generally.
We just go, oh, I couldn't afford that, I'll buy it.
Like, and it makes me chuckle when you see people complain about the price of some models and not about the price of other models, even though they're the same price. Like, why is...
No.
Let's say Company A has got a resin vehicle that's 40 quid. Company B has got a plastic vehicle for 25 quid. But the resin vehicle, because of the scale of the game, you only buy one of. And System B, well, I need 6 of them. So you're spending more money, even though you're getting a bigger army. But you need a bigger army because it's on an 8x12 board where you need 100 models. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How expensive is the game? Well, it's as expensive as the money you spent on it.
It's exactly it. Well, how much do you spend on that army? Oh, hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you need to?
No.
No.
If I buy a little resin boat for naval game A, and the little resin boat 7 quid, right? Okay. Well, that's expensive. It's only a little boat. Well,
is it a battleship, or is it like a ship of the line where you need like 37 of them?
Yeah. Or is this where I buy a miniature in this game that's 13 quid and I don't mind spending it because he's a character? Well, I'm not going to spend that on my...
A bod.
And it's all, well, it's the same fucking model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that we've... And I don't know if GW did this, but we've kind of associated points in the game with money in the real life. Do you know what I mean?
I think they did.
It is funny, isn't it?
Although saying that, like the new Age of Sigmar stuff, the Dark Elf stuff, Marathi and everything. Fucking models are amazing.
I'm sure they are.
Oh, they really are nice, but no, I just still would not want to play the game.
No, I mean, they killed the old world. They can go swivel.
Yeah, they can die horribly.
I don't mean that. It's interesting to see how they're still releasing old world novels. I think I saw, and they're like in the world
you've now got the old world rule book is about to come back out again.
Is it?
There's a company that take the
they're taking
game,
license. Yeah.
So
that's another interesting thing actually. When does a game die?
Yeah, I mean, I think a game will only die if people stop playing it, obviously. But something like the Warhammer roleplay, it's always been popular because it was released at that time when a lot of people were getting into role-playing games, and a lot of those people were Games Workshop fans, so they would automatically go to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, because it was a good game. And this is how you know the system was not that bad, because the fact that they used it for all of the other Rogue Trader, Black Crusade, Only War, and Dark Heresy. The same system for all of those, 20, 30 years on. So it tells you the system itself was not bad. The fact is, when we played it for the Pirates game, we couldn't remember a fucking rule. It's irrelevant.
I want to hit it. Roll under your hit.
I don't know. But, oh, God, now that was painful. And someone has asked if we're going to do other, like, one-offs for role-playing. And yes, we will. We will, once we can...
make Shadowrun. I don't want to be Pirate Cats anymore. I hate my life.
Oh, you want to be?
I already hate my life.
You want to be your rat shaman.
I do.
The thing is, we've got it to a point now in that campaign where I can leave it, and I've still got the story arc carrying on because. But yeah, I want to do some Shadowrun. I want to see your fucking street shaman rat thing would be so much fun. And because you're not going to be in charge...
I've even got more of a... The more I think about it, the more story I've got for him. Do they still have in Shadowrun where you buy your contacts?
I do not know, because I'm still waiting for my extra edition from... Yes, you know who you fucking are. I don't know. But then, that's not the way we play games anyway.
Oh, no. I just mean
so,
from interest.
Can I have this as an interest? Yeah. Can I have... Yeah. Can I... No.
I've got a whole... You know, and this is a thing we were talking about. I forget if we filmed it, but we were talking about characters and how you've got the stuff you want to spend your money on. Like, I was talking about my old... like a D&D character who just I wanted to have an immovable rod that I could hang a hammer on, you know, just for that.
Yeah.
And it's like when I'm playing my Rat Shaman, I'm not going to be, oh, I want to buy this, I want to have, we need to earn so much money so I can do this thing. No, we need to earn this much money so I can donate it to the local homeless shelter. And I can't do it on Saturdays. Like, I know that we need to do it on a Saturday. I can't do it on a Saturday because I'm doing stuff.
I'm serving soup.
I'm serving soup.
I'm serving soup at the soup shop.
I can't.
But we've got...
Right, give me 20 minutes. I need to make a couple of phone calls. I need to see if I can move stuff around.
But can you cover my shift?
I can do it on Saturday, but I can't do it on Thursday. Oh, fucking hell, but it's a 3-day operation. What am I going to have to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Because I can't do Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah,
that's the sort of stuff I want to get going, you know.
I'm trying to work out, you know, I want to set it in England, but I think with a lot of role-playing games is, right, well, here's the England source book. You've got
no guns and no anything.
No, there's none of the. Yeah, you're like, oh, what?
You've got no guns. No magic powers.
You're magic, are you? Right, just sign here. But I want to, you know, you've got to be able to put your own spin on a system or anything like that. So if we do run that, which we will, and if any of you guys out there watch it and you are Shadowrun fans, please do not be expecting to see England Shadowrun the way it should be, because you're not going to see it like that. You're going to see our
version of it.
Our version of it, and that's what makes a game important to each of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like, oh, D&D, D&D. I'm like, I can't stand the game. I'm sorry, but I can see if it wasn't for Gary Gygax, we would not have had role playing. So I understand that, sir. However, I just don't like D&D. I don't like that. I don't like that whole high fantasy. Oh, look at me in my +1 broadsword of elf slaying. Oh, fuck off. Just no.
Yeah,
that's just my personal view.
And it's funny how...
And we all know my personal view counts for shit.
Like, one of the core things of... I don't know if it has been in all D&D, but I know one of the core things in 5th edition is a challenge rating.
Oh, that's...
So when you've got...
I thought you were going to say something else. I'll get to that in a moment.
When you've got your bad guys and you say, well, he's got a challenge... You know, all of my NPCs are level 7, so I need to add up my challenge rating and work out that it's level 7, so that way I know the encounter is balanced. Because they've got, like, teams of playtesters and stuff. And there are even...
Help! You're scaring me! Stop talking like that! That's not the way you run a game!
Well, but that's what I mean. But it is in the fact of people can just go... Oh, fucking, I don't know what to put in this game. Like, I would... If you've got, like the monster manual in D&D is full of, like, 8,000 different monsters, and you're like, I don't know what any of these things mean. I want to put this in because it looks cool. Instantly kills the party. Oh, well, that didn't work. Do you know what I mean? So from a base, a person who doesn't know all of the rules, it's a really good idea to say, right, my party's all level 7, they've got this amount of points to spend on an encounter to make it challenging, or that to make it harder, or that.
See, that's another thing, isn't it? Random encounters.
Oh, not necessarily random, but I mean they can at least it gives them somewhere to start.
But as a GM, really, you should already know your story at least. You shouldn't have to rely on a book to. Okay, well, they're going from A to B. I really need something to happen on the way. Well,
no, I don't mean like that. But like, so let's say I know that you're fighting a necromancer. So I want my necromancer to summon some things and attack you with them, and him stand in the background, do some spells, and summon some undead creatures to fight the good guys. Ha ha! Cool stuff.
Interrupt!
Go on.
How many times have you come up, how many times have we come up with a really awesome NPC, end of level character, blah blah blah, only to have rolled some dice for something that he needed to do in the game and gone, I've just failed. Take the dice away because otherwise it just doesn't fucking. He's uber. I'm about to do this spell to raise up all the minions of death to fight you. I fumbled.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a chicken.
So you shuffle it and see what happens.
You know, where do you draw the line at
having
dice?
The idea of a challenge level, it almost a point system. If each of my heroes is worth 4 points, I've got 4 heroes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Points,
I can understand that.
So I know that I can have a roughly even amount of points.
But
I'm not saying it's an ideal situation.
I don't write.
No.
Like
but it's a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah.
I think. And obviously that's the one thing I think D&D has over any other game, because it is the biggest role-playing game in the world. They have so much more money and time to invest into this world that they can work out things like challenge ratings.
Aren't they about to do like 5th edition
They've just
Pathfinder?
done 2nd edition Pathfinder, which is someone else, which it was, as far as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, the internet, but it was basically a variant of D&D 5th edition that kind of split off and became its own thing. D&D went on to 4th and is now 5th. And they were like, oh, we like playing our game. We don't want to play your game.
Which is fucking muchness, isn't they?
Oh yeah, it's the same basic system. It's all D20s.
In my view, there's only one D20 system I've enjoyed.
Ooh. Call of Cthulhu? Is that a D20?
No. Pendragon.
Oh, Pendragon.
Pendragon.
I still remember standing on top of the
Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem, waving the
waving
flag.
the flag with a golden dome.
Yes, I run the First Crusade as an adventure. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
But it was awesome. But, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? There are so many games that appeal to so many different people on so many different levels. You know, when you are producing...
No, go on. No.
When you're trying to produce content for a channel that you know people watch and they want to know your views, you know, we obviously can't play every game. You know, we're not, as I said, we're not Beasts of War. We don't get all of our stuff sent to us because we can do clever, smart reviews or do games that aren't necessarily the most fun or entertaining to watch. But, you know, that's what they get. You get what you pay for.
You get it.
And, you know, you pay, if you put anything towards the Battle Hammer, you are paying for absolute rubbish. But we are slightly entertaining rubbish. And now get
also cunts.
Oi!
We're also cunts.
Yes, we are also unts. Bit rude that was. So yes, we've got lots of other games coming on. The Kickstarter. Purely because I find Kickstarter is like a credit card. You know, you kind of, I'll have that game. You pay for it, forget about it. And then all of a sudden, like, your money's gone. And you've still got nothing to show for it. And then eventually, when you've completely forgotten about it, there's a knock on the door. Big box, there you go. That's your, oh, hello, yes. But no, you know, I still want to go back and play 40k. I want to go back and play Necromunda. But at the moment, it's just all about the base. The buttery... No, it's not about the buttery biscuit base, you cunt. Car. It's all about Rexodus, Twisted, Guild Ball. You've got a thing. I don't like it when he's got a thing and he's in my toilet. Because it probably means he's just pissed on the floor.
No, I was going to talk about a thing.
Oh, he's going to talk about a thing. Well, that should be fun for us all, shouldn't it?
Yes. Yes, it should.
I don't think so. Here he comes.
So, I was wondering if our Mayfly aspect to gaming, where we get distracted by different things, you were talking about role-playing systems.
That's actually a magpie.
Whatever.
Shiny.
If we like lots of different games, because what the people at home may not know, or they may do know, but most of our, up until the last kind of 5 to 10 years of doing the Battle Hammer, and we've always played many
5 to 10 years?
Of being, you know what I mean? Yes, we've always played miniatures games, but our kind of main, we were doing role-playing games, right? And what people may not know is that we were doing like 6 weeks of a game, 6 weeks of a different game, 6 weeks of a different game. We never played that. I mean, occasionally, Earth Dawn, for example, we played like really long campaign games.
4 campaigns, 23 weeks.
But generally speaking, we do like 6 weeks, play something else, 6 weeks, play something else. And like you see channels that are devoted purely to 40k, which is fine, but I couldn't play the same game.
No.
And that's almost trained me, that kind of aspect of gaming, of like, oh, what's this?
That's like Critical Role. Don't be funny. Guys are great.
Yeah, amazing,
awesome.
Amazing stuff.
Ooh,
I really always have it in the background when I'm painting.
It's just always D&D.
Cool.
I'm like...
Yeah, and I was really looking forward, I was hoping that their new campaign would be not D&D. Well, unfortunately it is. But I mean, it's still good.
It's always going to be D&D.
Yeah, because it's D&D.
Because they are from across the
they're
pond.
Sponsored now by D&D Beyond, which is their online D&D thing.
Well done, guys. Well done.
They've been sponsored by lots of different people over the
Yes, I know. They get tables built for them and everything.
I know, right? And that's really cool. And like, I don't know, probably I would guess something like 70 to 80% of role players play D&D. And then the other stuff is lots of different things.
I think the interesting thing you'll find is it's mostly and this is not being racist, just so you know, but it's mostly Americans play D&D.
Yeah.
It's like the rest of us that will go, well, we'll take that, we'll play that, that's pretty good, and then we'll play that, and then we'll play that. Oh, this is all quite good. We don't. I've never, since I've been gaming, and I've been gaming for so long, I've never wanted to play D&D because the whole system doesn't work for me. It's high fantasy.
Yeah, it is a high fantasy.
But I've never even known anyone in my gaming circle to play D&D.
I played it when I was a kid.
You lot now play Pathfinder.
Yeah. And Starfinder, which I'm actually
Which
really
is
enjoying.
the same bloody thing, but in space.
In space!
Oh, did you see a trailer for the new Lost in Space?
Oh, God.
What the fuck is going on with that robot? Really?
Don't even.
Really? Danger! Danger! It's not there. Where is he? Danger! It's not there.
He's like a danger Robinson.
No.
And I think the Doctor, what's the Dr. Smith? I think there's a woman now, because you got a woman, otherwise it's not fair.
Oh, it had to be a dirty, pervy bloke. It was like,
right?
oh, there you go, ruining another perfectly good thing.
Danger, Will Robinson, beware my flailing claws.
Do you remember when we went to see the film?
Oh, God.
At Norwich, and you knocked your popcorn over, and it was fucking awful. Matt LeBlanc, wasn't it?
Was.
Fucking awful.
It was pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
That's a Battlehammer film review for you. Yay! Hey!
Don't watch Lost in Space, the film from the 90s. It was pretty bad.
Fucking awful, wasn't it?
It was really bad.
Yeah.
William Hurt was the captain dude?
Yeah.
Gary Oldman is the...
Turned
into a spider alien for some reason. I don't know. It happened.
Back onto gaming. Shit. Stuff will happen in the future. Harry Potter. We're not touching that one with the barge pole. So if you want to see Harry Potter swearing like a cunt, don't watch this channel because it ain't gonna happen.
I'd be
No.
No, in all seriousness, I would. The issue I've got, and this is a thing with a lot of games, with whether they be.
We can't afford them.
Well, no. with a lot of games is that if they're based on a previous IP, you can't make that real. Not real, but I mean you can't. So let's say you want to do Harry Potter the game, right?
Why?
For example.
I don't.
So I know all of the spells.
Well done.
Right? So how do I only have these stats? Because I've got all of the spells, right? So like let's say you don't care.
I care.
Let's say
see that field over there? It's completely fallow.
But
that field is full of all the fucks I give.
Yeah. But like so a student at Hogwarts of year 10. I don't know, but they know all the spells, right? Because they've been at Hogwarts for this many years. So they know all the spells that the kids in that film know. But they'll have a stat card. I can do a pew, I can do a this, or I can do a that.
Oh,
no, I want to do a Wingardium Leviosa, or lift this thing over here to drop it on them, to be able to do this other thing, and then summon my Patronus, and oh no, you've got a pew spell.
I want to do a pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble Grub.
Yeah, and that's what's going to frustrate me.
Yeah.
You hate Harry Potter, and that's fine.
I fucking detest
like
it.
That's also fine.
I'm not saying it's written badly or anything like that. It's just fucking turns my stomach.
But it's not going to be what it could be.
You know,
and it's going to be
Harry as
scenarios.
Nemo.
And they've already said
it
scenarios out of the film where you're just going,
no.
you're doing this again. Like I don't care. I want to have Matthias Parkinson from Ravenclaw.
Is the one thing that I wish you would see more in war games.
My character.
No, not your character. It's more. It's more scenarios. You know that. Not you got to defend the middle. You've got to attack that. You've got to do that. You've got to do that. Let's do something more. I mean, War Cradle have already done that with their free
Badlands Adventures.
Badlands Adventures, which is an extra 5
scenarios with the perils. And although in theory you roll them, you can pick them and do what you want with it.
That makes such a difference because we've played lots of Exodus.
More civilians.
Someone said, "Oh, you guys playing Exodus is brilliant."
Well,
yes,
we are.
Yes, it is. You know, I want to be able to go. Oh, I just don't know what I'm doing with this scenario now because I don't know, and that's what makes it fun. You know, we've played all of those first scenarios so many times. Oh, it's building thingy. Yep, no worries. Just play the game, tell a story.
You know what I'm actually strangely looking forward to?
My cock in your bum?
No. Oh. I'm actually strangely looking forward to doing smaller points values. With less bods.
What I also want to do, and that's funny you say, because I want to do one that's literally the box sets. Right, I've got this is my box set.
Boxes, yeah, because that's how the organised play works.
I want to go right. Well, I've got this box. You've got that box. Let's glue them together and play. Bosh, 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 bosh. But then I also want, after we did that big 4-player game the other week, I'm like, I want to do a big one, just you and me going, right, 4,000 points, bring your shit, bitch.
Yeah, not even film it, just do it for the shit of doing it. Fucking like full union, fucking a full big massive.
Well, it'd be everything that you can actually get. Well, I haven't got enough figures. Well, just pretend they're union then. Right, okay, so all my union, all my lawmen are now, just, shut up, you fucking spiky-headed little bastard. But yeah, that would be fucking amazing. I'd love to do that.
And it's funny, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to in other games. Yes, you're all cleverer than we gave you credit for.
That dog can open a fucking...
Oh, no, locked it down.
Oh, he locked it down.
One of the things I'm looking forward to in Armoured Clash, and again, this is the thing that I wouldn't have liked as a younger game.
So is this the 10 mil?
So Armoured Clash is it was the same scale, the 1/1200 scale as Dystopian Wars with the boats, but they're adjusting it so it's going to be 10 mil scale because they said they really want to put little dudes in, so you've got like units of dudes on bases.
Now, see, the issue I have with that is the dogs are barking like bastards, but the issue I've got is story-wise. How is like having your Armoured Clash huge force suddenly going to come into the story of the Exodus stuff? Because it's all Exodus stuff. It's all very, very small scale. It's all about
West Exodus is set in the Wild West. An Armoured Clash / Dystopian Wars is not set in that environment. It's more of an army-based thing.
Right.
But you could also do.
Come on.
You could do like a little 3x3, 1,000 points.
Yeah.
And have, I don't know, kidnapping, finding the plans, finding, or intercepting a message
Hello.
So you've got some dudes walking down, you've got to intercept the message. Well, if you get it off, you get a bonus because you know the plans. If they take it, they know your plans. There's lots of ways of doing stuff. Who's your Fluffy?
Oh, look at his eyes, they're so pink, he's so tired.
And his ears are all flopping around.
No, he's so tired.
Can I just cut off his ears and
No.
take him and just have him as key rings?
Do you want to go to bed? Do you want to go to bed? Nap.
Was that what he wants?
Yeah, because the bed's under here at the moment. We'll sort you out bed in a minute, sweetie.
God, why?
Yeah.
I just want some ketchup and just like,
Oh, bless.
some tomato katsu.
So, no, you know, it's...
Oh, I'm still one of Chris's.
Okay. Gaming's great. I still love my hobby. Just I'm finding issue with several games these days. But that's just me, and that's not a bad reflection on the games. It really isn't. It's just, you put your face. It's just, you know, the way I am at the moment. And that's probably part of the depression and stuff like that. But, that's it. Now he's got his teeth through, his breath doesn't smell. Hello. He's a lovely little dick. Penis!
No, it's not nice.
Hey, Puggy. Touch me my coat. Paint me like your French legs. So, yeah, I don't think there's much more we can tell them, is there? We've waffled on like
we have jabbered for
we have
quite some
jibber-jabbered.
time.
We have indeed. But go on, off you go, you little bitch. But yeah, so you know where we are if you want to come play games, or you want to talk some shit, or you want to help us out. It's up there somewhere, and probably down there. You know, we are possibly one of the funnier gaming channels. Or it's certainly one of the drunker gaming channels.
Well, we can only live in hope.
Huzzah! So,
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like it, want to subscribe if you don't like it, don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe if you like it, you like to, and subscribe until next time. Stay
waka waka waka! Waka waka waka! Waka waka waka!